Hello there, my name is Michael. Today I'm going to be talking about introduction into Python. So basically I'm just going to be telling you what Python is about, what it can do. Let's give you general information about Python before we start the real coding itself. So let's get started. Introduction to Python. What does Python mean? Python is an interpreted, object-oriented, high-level programming language with a dynamic semantics. Python is really one of the languages that people are learning in this 2021 for data science. Okay, what is Python? Python is a popular programming language. It was created by Godovan Rossum, hope I pronounced that well, and released in 1991. Seriously, that is like seriously long time ago and really kind of old in a way. Not that old, but wow. Okay. It is used for web development, software development, mathematics, and system scripting. They also use it for data science. Okay, what can Python do? Python can be used on a server to create web application. Python can be used alongside software to create workflow. Python can connect to database, systems. It can also read and modify files. Python can be used to handle big data, like deep. That's when we're going to deep learning. Python can be used to handle big data and perform complex mathematics. Python can be used for rapid prototyping or for production ready software development. So why Python? Why learn Python? Like, there's so many languages you can learn. You can learn Angular, you can learn JavaScript, you can learn Linux. That's another beautiful language. There's just so many. But why Python? Okay, so I'm going to tell you why Python. Python works on a different platform: Windows, Mac, Linux, Raspberry Pi, etc. Python has a simple syntax similar to the English language. Seriously, yes, Python does have very simple syntax. Python has syntax that allow developers to write programs with fewer lines than some other programming languages. Python runs on an interpreter system, meaning that code can be executed as soon as it is written. See? And this means that prototyping can be very quick. Python can be treated in a procedural way, an object-oriented way, or a functional way. Okay, then Python syntax compared to other programming language. Python was designed for readability and has some similarity to the English language with influence from mathematics. Python uses new lines to complete a command, as opposed to other programming language which often use semicolons or parentheses. Python relies on indentation. Yeah, you have to get your indentation correctly when you're coding in Python. If you don't, you're gonna start getting in the indentation errors. So you have to really know how to use indentation in Python. Okay, using white spaces to define scopes such as the scope of loops, functions, and classes. Other programming languages often use curly brackets for this purpose. Okay, then good to know. Now, the most recent major version of Python is Python 3. But yeah, Python 3, but I think it's more like Python 3.7, Python 3.8. I'm not sure of the current version right now, but I know it's with 3 point something, maybe 3.9 or 8. I'm not sure. I'll find out more about that. Okay, which shall be using in this tutorial. However, Python 2, although not being of although being updated with anything other than security updates, is still quite popular. Well, in this tutorial, Python will be written in a text editor. It is possible to write Python in an integrated development environment such as Tony, PyCharm, and NetBeans or Eclipse, which are particularly useful when managing larger collection of Python files. But you can also use a Visual Code to write Python. You can use Jupyter Notebook for Python, Spider. I mean, there are other editors you can use to write Python, but in this course, I'll be using Jupyter Notebook. It's really nice and easy to use. Okay, right now, I'm going to show you one of Python syntax, which is print. This is how you can print your text to the screen in Python. Just like the most famous one you're gonna do, hello world. I mean, you just have to do this. I mean, if you're just starting programming, one of the first things you're gonna do is print hello world. And welcome to this tutorial to learn Python. Please subscribe to my channel for the next class and have a great day.